Far below the sunlit waves that we know so well lies a world of profound mystery and perpetual darkness. This is the deep ocean, a vast and enigmatic realm that begins where the sunlight can no longer penetrate. Imagine traveling downwards, past the vibrant coral reefs and the bustling schools of fish. At around 200 meters, the light begins to fade dramatically. By the time you reach 1,000 meters, you have entered a zone known as the Midnight Zone. Here, the world is completely black. This immense part of our planet, covering most of its surface, remains one of the least explored frontiers, a place of secrets waiting to be discovered by humankind. The conditions in this deep, dark world are unlike anything on the surface. The pressure here is immense, a crushing weight that would instantly destroy a human or any land-based structure not specifically designed to withstand it. It is also incredibly cold, with temperatures hovering just above freezing. This constant cold and extreme pressure create an environment that is extraordinarily challenging for life to exist. Yet, against all odds, life does not just exist here. It thrives in the most remarkable and unexpected ways. The creatures that call this place home have evolved over millions of years to cope with these seemingly impossible conditions, becoming true masters of their alien world. The absence of sunlight defines everything in the deep sea. Without the sun's energy, plants cannot grow through photosynthesis, which is the foundation of most food chains on Earth. This means that life in the deep must find other sources of energy to survive. Some creatures rely on a slow, steady rain of organic material from the sunlit waters above, known as marine snow. This consists of dead plankton, animal waste, and other fragments that drift down from the bustling world far above. For the inhabitants of the abyss, this gentle shower of nutrients is a lifeline, sustaining an entire ecosystem hidden from our view. Exploring this realm is a monumental task, requiring advanced submersibles and robotic vehicles capable of withstanding the immense pressure. Each journey down into the abyss reveals new wonders and poses new questions about the nature of life itself. We are only just beginning to pull back the curtain on this hidden kingdom. Every new species discovered and every new behavior observed adds another piece to the puzzle of how life can flourish in such an extreme and unforgiving environment. The deep ocean is not an empty void. It is a dynamic and living part of our planet, holding secrets that are fundamental to understanding the Earth as a whole. Among the most iconic residents of this perpetual night is the anglerfish, a creature that seems to have been plucked from a story of fantasy. The female anglerfish has developed a truly ingenious method for hunting in the absolute darkness. From her head extends a long, fleshy spine, and at its very tip is a small sac filled with light-producing bacteria. This glowing lure dangles enticingly in the dark, acting like a fishing rod. Smaller, unsuspecting fish are drawn to the mysterious light, believing it might be a tiny meal. As they swim closer to investigate the hypnotic glow, they move directly towards the anglerfish's enormous mouth, which is filled with long, sharp, inward-pointing teeth. When a curious victim gets close enough, the anglerfish's jaw snaps shut with astonishing speed, trapping the prey. This method of hunting is incredibly efficient in a world where food is scarce, and finding a meal is a constant challenge. The male anglerfish is a stark contrast to the formidable female. He is tiny and ill-equipped for hunting. His sole purpose is to find a female. Once he does, he latches onto her with his teeth and fuses with her body, becoming a permanent partner. He provides her with the means to reproduce, while she provides him with all the nutrients he needs to survive. A strange but effective partnership in the lonely depths. Another bizarre and fascinating creature of the deep is the gulper eel. This animal is sometimes called the pelican eel, and for a very good reason. Its most noticeable feature is its gigantic pouch-like mouth, which is far larger than its own body. This mouth can be opened incredibly wide, allowing the eel to swallow prey much larger than itself. This is a crucial adaptation in an environment where you might not encounter another meal for a very long time. When an opportunity presents itself, no matter how big, the gulper eel is equipped to take full advantage of it, ensuring it gets the maximum amount of energy from a rare encounter. The body of the gulper eel is long and whip-like, and it often has a light-producing organ at the tip of its tail, which may be used to attract prey, similar to the anglerfish's lure. Unlike many other eels, its body is not very muscular, as it does not need to chase down its food with great speed. Instead, it drifts slowly through the dark water, waiting patiently for an unsuspecting fish or crustacean to swim by. Its strategy is one of conservation and opportunity. The gulper eel is a perfect example of how life in the deep has evolved to be incredibly specialized, developing unique and sometimes startling features to survive in a world of scarcity. The vampire squid is a creature with a misleading name, but its true nature is just as fascinating. It is not a true squid, nor does it feed on blood. Its name, vampire squid from hell, comes from its dark, webbing-like cloak that connects its 8 arms and its deep red eyes. When threatened, it can pull this webbed cloak over its entire body, turning itself into a spiny, defensive ball. This remarkable defensive posture makes it appear much more intimidating to any potential predator that might be lurking in the darkness. It is a living relic, the last surviving member of its own scientific order, and it has found a unique way to live in the ocean's oxygen minimum zone. This creature has adapted to survive where few others can, in waters with incredibly low oxygen levels. Instead of ink, which would be useless in the permanent darkness, the vampire squid can eject a cloud of sticky, bioluminescent mucus from its arm tips. This glowing cloud can confuse and distract a predator for several minutes, giving the vampire squid precious time to escape into the blackness. It is also extremely energy efficient. It does not actively hunt for live prey, but instead feeds on the falling marine snow, using 2 long, sticky filaments to catch the tiny particles of organic matter that drift down from above. A gentle and patient way of feeding. Survival in the deep sea is a story of incredible adaptations. Bioluminescence, the ability for an organism to produce its own light, is one of the most common and important tools. It is used for many purposes: to attract prey like the anglerfish, to find mates in the vast darkness, and for defense, as seen with the vampire squid's glowing mucus cloud. In a world without sunlight, these creatures have evolved to create their own. This living light paints the abyss with fleeting sparks and eerie glows, a secret language spoken in flashes and patterns that we are only just beginning to understand and interpret. Beyond light, creatures have adapted to the immense pressure in other ways. Many deep-sea fish lack a swim bladder, the gas-filled organ that fish in shallower waters use to control their buoyancy. At the pressures of the deep, a gas-filled organ would simply collapse. Instead, their bodies are often gelatinous, with watery flesh and light, flexible bones, which helps them cope with the crushing weight of the water above them. Their bodies have a pressure inside that matches the pressure outside, allowing them to live comfortably in conditions that would be instantly fatal to almost any other animal on the planet. These adaptations are a testament to the power of evolution. The deep ocean might seem distant and disconnected from our daily lives, but it plays a crucial role in the health of our entire planet. It acts as a massive reservoir, absorbing vast amounts of heat and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. By doing so, it helps to regulate our global climate, keeping the Earth's temperatures more stable than they would otherwise be. The currents that flow through its dark canyons and across its vast plains are part of a global conveyor belt, circulating nutrients and oxygen all around the world. The health of the deep sea is therefore directly linked to the health of the world's oceans, and ultimately, to the stability of our own environment on land. This hidden world is also a treasure trove of biodiversity. For every bizarre creature we know, there are likely thousands more that we have yet to discover. Each one of these organisms is a unique product of millions of years of evolution, with its own set of genetic secrets. These secrets could hold the key to new scientific discoveries, including new medicines and industrial materials. Scientists have already found bacteria in the deep that can help break down plastics, and compounds from deep-sea sponges that show promise in fighting diseases. Protecting this environment means protecting a library of biological knowledge that we have only just begun to read. Unfortunately, this remote and mysterious realm is not immune to the impacts of human activity. Pollution, including plastics and chemical waste, is now being found even in the deepest trenches of the ocean. Deep-sea trawling can destroy ancient coral gardens and fragile ecosystems that have taken thousands of years to form. The growing interest in deep-sea mining for minerals poses a new and significant threat, potentially causing irreversible damage to habitats we do not yet fully understand. We must act with great caution and recognize that our actions on the surface can have profound consequences for the delicate balance of life in the depths below. Therefore, it is essential that we continue to explore and learn about the deep ocean, but with respect and a commitment to conservation. The more we understand this incredible world, the more we will appreciate its importance and its fragility. Every journey into the abyss reveals that life is more resilient and more imaginative than we ever thought possible. We have a responsibility to be careful stewards of our entire planet, not just the parts we can see. Let us foster a sense of wonder and curiosity for this last great wilderness on Earth and work together to protect its mysteries for the generations that will come after us.